I'm going to be talking about Magi, which a lot of people have requested. I was going to do a first impression of it back when it premiered in fall, didn't get around to it, and actually didn't quite get into it until this past month. So it can still be a winter impression, right? Because it's airing now still. That's fine, right? Yeah, let's say it's okay. Magi introduces us to Alibaba, a young working man trying to save up money so that he can go and explore the nearby dungeon and claim its treasures for himself. Ooh. While working, he stumbles upon the not from around these parts seemingly naive boy Aladdin, whose turban is actually a magical flying carpet, and the flute he wears around his neck actually contains a very powerful djinn known as Ugo. After some turbulence, the two become friends, and what follows is an intelligent, emotional journey about friendship, politics, and what true strength really means. From that intro alone, you're probably thinking that Magi sounds exactly like every other stereotypical shonen anime, and in some ways, it most definitely is. But that does not stop it from being good or riveting. The first episode, in my opinion, is definitely the weakest, because it's really silly and also a little bit disjarring in its pacing. However, I'm really glad that I kept watching. The show quickly revs up in excitement and action, not to mention the unique presentation of the world's lore and how the world works, from society to politics, is brought up in really interesting ways that do not feel overwhelming or forced. Another part I love about Magi is that it is not afraid to go dark, and it will tear your heart out in certain ways. Do not let that happy, pretty art fool you, because there is blood and there is tears and there is emotion and there's death and it's just really sad. But it explores the themes of war and adulthood in mature ways that you would not expect. Magi also does a fantastic job of showing off the personalities of its characters. Right off the bat, we're greeted with Aladdin, who is plenty quirky for everybody. He's a small kid with an inherent sense of justice and maturity, despite his otherwise innocent demeanor, and he also seems to have a habit of motorboating pretty girls' cleavage. And then there's Alibaba, who is incredibly likable at first glance, even if he seems kind of boring and cliched. However, as more is revealed about him, even if these reveals aren't mind-blowingly original, it definitely seems like he's going to have more of an emotional depth than the first episode gives him credit for, and it seems like the relationship between him and Aladdin is going to be a focal point of the show. When it comes to the ladies, Morgiana definitely stands out as a fantastic, refreshing female lead. Her difficult past life and perseverance makes for an awesome emotional draw without being too whiny, plus she is badass and tough. In the intro, we're also teased with numerous other characters, all of which get a chance to shine, and while the baddies aren't necessarily outstanding, they're still very entertaining. Production value for the show seems a little bit low, but A1 still does a really good job with the animation, and even though I haven't read the manga yet, I've seen a few pictures and it seems like the art styles are kind of comparable, in my opinion. My biggest complaint about the show is that the transitions from scene to scene or shot to shot are often very sudden and jarring, and this makes the pacing of the show feel very jolty and uneven. But this probably has to do with the budget and production resources, so I completely understand. However, I love the music of this show. It is just all around fantastic, honky-dory, and I love the opening and the endings. Even though Magi has a few shonen cliches that creep up here and there, it is overall a very welcome series to the genre. There are plenty of goosebump moments, not to mention it doesn't overuse emotion and also doesn't lose its story in drawn-on mindless battles. Instead, it captures you with intelligent politics and realistic relationships, as well as lovable characters and effective backstories. I highly recommend Magi to people looking for an entertaining action series that also has heartwarming interactions and insightful writing. If you want to check it out, it is on Crunchyroll and Hulu. I will leave the links down below. Okay guys, that is it for this first impression slash semi-review thing of Magi. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Are you guys watching Magi or did you drop it? What are your thoughts on it? I am still enjoying it week to week. It took me a while to get into it. I actually did not want to watch it after the first episode, and then I rewatched it a few weeks ago and was like, I can get into this. I'm really enjoying it. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on it are. For a reminder, I have a Twitter, a Facebook, a Tumblr, my anime list, and a Crunchyroll profile. I will leave all of those down in the linksy dink dropsy down boxy below. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later.